Good morning and welcome to the Mindfulness broadcast. It is August 30th. We are launching our way into fall. I want to tell you a few things before we get started. One is we have a very cool newsletter coming out next week that has we're trying some new things, which are these really cool downloadable affirmations, which is going to be our theme for September for both the mindfulness broadcast, some of the mindful masterclass offerings, and then also our newsletter. So if you aren't already receiving our newsletter, please just drop your email in the chat, and you can send it just to me if you don't want everybody here to see it. And we'll make sure that you get that. Or you can also email Jen, Jen, at disempower.com and just let her know that you'd like to be added. They're really cool. They're downloadable. You can cut them out and use them as visuals. Really great stuff. So, but that's September. Today, we're also going to kind of leading into affirmations and really creating wording on purpose is the understanding of how we create and practice and utilize really disempowering statements. So kind of turning the light on to how we are already talking to ourselves a lot. Much of our waking hours, we are back here chattering to ourselves, and we might even say them out loud to ourselves. And sometimes, most of the time, it's running unconsciously. So it's just playing back there. And when we can turn the light on to those, it's really this beautiful insight to maybe some of our beliefs about ourselves, about our identity, about our relationship to life. And so I've really heard myself say these recently. This is a practice I return to a lot. That because school has started, I have kids in middle school and ending elementary school. And so my schedule has bloomed. It was pretty lovely over the summer. They stayed. And now we're into soccer, into their morning shuffle to and the afternoon pickup and the meet the teachers and all of the things. And so I'm in a park and somebody's going to walk by. So I'm just going to tell you that right now. And so I'm hearing myself say things, particularly three statements, which is I can't, I should, and I have to. So I can't do this because I have to go pick up my kids. I have to go to the meet the teacher night and go meet all these new teachers and network and connect. I have to dress like this to play the part. I should make that call before Friday, right? I should reach out to that person. I should follow up on that email. These languages that we use that are very, very disempowering. It puts the power outside of us, and subconsciously, it's really kind of placing myself in the victim role. If we think about that kind of that power triangle, I'm putting myself in the victim role. So everything outside of me is what's making the decisions about my time and my schedule. And so really purposefully playing with how we use that wording. So I choose to do this. The outcome of this is really important to me. I prioritize this schedule over that schedule. So how I use my language. So I would love to go to this event, and I have another one that I've obligated to go to and would like to follow through on that obligation, right? That's another way of saying I have to do this. I should do these things. But the power is intrinsic. The power is reminding myself that I am choosing this. I am choosing this. I am not victim to my job or my children's schedule or their school or my role or my marriage or my partnership or any of I'm not a victim to any of those things. I've chosen all of those things, and they're all important to me. And they don't always have glamorous things that have to be done or things that are fun or things that I want to do. And I'm still choosing to do them. So thinking about that as we speak, because as we speak, we're sharing beliefs. about where our personal power lies. And we're reminding ourselves that either I am victim to this or I'm in choice, I'm empowered, I'm part of this equation. So, with that, let's close our eyes and get into our practice. You can also choose to keep your eyes open and just take a soft gaze, finding your breath this morning and just landing in wherever you are. And we're going to do something a little opposite of what we normally do. So rather than right away bringing our attention inward, we're going to just let it float outward. And you can even open your eyes if you want, just noticing. You can listen. You can smell, you can see, just let the outside world do its thing because it is just doing its thing. So just notice it. Notice your place in it. And then start to turn your attention inward with all of that happening. There it is. I've got people walking around. I can hear traffic. I'm sitting on something that's not all that comfortable. Just noticing all this outside stuff. And now I'm choosing to go inward. So if you're in a place where you can adjust your posture to remind your brain that we're doing something purposeful here, we're placing our attention somewhere on purpose. That posture might feel like you lift your head, bring attentiveness to your chin. You might chin in just a bit, feeling your shoulders fall away from your ears and back into their sockets. You might fold your hands together or allow them to fall open, whatever you want. Placing both feet on the floor. Bringing your attention to your breath. And then you'll find there's this tension between that outside world pulling your attention and your inward desire to keep your attention on your breath. There might also be internal activity pulling your attention, to-do lists, regret of something that didn't get done, or regret that something that did get done. Busy brain. And with grace and gratitude and self-compassion, what we're doing is holding that tension. We're noticing that tension between what my mind and brain do unconsciously. So, what they're doing 95% of the time, the thoughts they're thinking, the future we're walking in, the past we're walking in, the judgment, the distractions, the noise. And then there's internal, the breath, the body, the stillness, the heartbeat, the presence of what's happening right now. Mindfulness allows us to build the ability to place our focus on purpose to that internal process. And so you'll notice, oh, I'm thinking, I'm planning, I'm remembering, I'm noticing that with grace and gratitude and compassion. And I'm simply placing my attention back on my breath. And just like reps in the gym, where we do it over and over to build strength and ability in our muscle, we walk that tightrope of tension from distraction to intention, from external to internal, over and over. We notice it, we bring it back. We notice it, we bring it back. And we're building our strength. So let's spend a few quiet moments here before we close so that you can walk that tightrope. Fully, full of gratitude, and with loads of self-compassion, just continuously bringing your focus back. Remembering that each time you're building areas of your brain that allow you to be more intentional and more self-aware. Next week, as we move into September, we'll build on this with what you can replace some of those I have to's, I can't, and I should, what you can replace those with. But for now, we have to learn to see it first. Begin to slowly notice that external world again, allowing the sounds, maybe even the sights to enter. If you haven't already, you can slowly open your eyes, coming back together. Thanks for being here, everyone. We have some great workshops happening in September as well, Essential Coaching Skills and Launchpad Lead. So check us out. Send us email. Let us know if you want any information if you haven't gotten it already. Again, you can reach us, Jen, Jen, at yesempower.com. Be well, everyone. Take care. Bye.